Well, we're coming into our one of our favorite weeks of the year, right?
Yeah.
Right, Maria? Right, Joe?
No.
Yeah, so just one of our favorite weeks of the year here, getting ready for the gun deer season in Wisconsin. And I guess the first thing that we're doing here today to get ready this week is, what are we doing? We are sighting in rifles. So we just get out, we each bring our rifle out, and then we sight it in. Are we sighting in at 100 yards?
I don't
know if you can hear.
Snow, because snow come down.
There's no
rain come down.
There's no snow and there's no rain today. Are we sighting in at 100 yards? Is that what this is?
Rain come down.
So the Packers just won, and now we're out. Warren says it's going to be a good week. So now we are out here getting ready to sight in. So Peter just took the boxes down. Warren put like black circles on the boxes so that we have some targets. Yes, so we have some targets to shoot at. So he's getting those set up. What else? Maria, you excited?
I mean, I guess.
You guess? You gonna get a deer this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so.
That's what we said. That's our goal. Maria to get a...
That's all I want for this deer season is for Maria to get a deer.
Yeah. Last year was your first year hunting, and she didn't get a deer last year, but this is gonna be the year.
Yep. See, it says Maria. See, I buy them already pre-labeled.
Where's mine?
Maria.
Dad is gonna get one out for you in just a minute. So now they walk down there and they're just checking it out to see how she shot, and they'll circle her holes, and then depending on how she shot, she'll come back and she'll shoot 3 more. How was it?
She is on the money. I
Don't need to move it at all.
I said her first shot may have been a little flyer because of the gun oil, and even if you include that, she shot a 1-inch group. If you throw that one out, she shot a 1/2-inch group.
Awesome.
She's right on.
Well, Maria.
I know, the deer don't stand a chance.
All right, I shot 2. Maria and I both 3 shots, and we are ready to go. Right, Maria? No deer is safe around us.
Yeah.
No deer is safe. All right.
Okay.
Here goes ultra instruction to Joe.
Don't keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. So what you want to do is you grab the gun, but put your finger straight. Put your finger straight like that. And then when you're ready to shoot, then you lower your finger to the trigger, okay? Okay. And you look through here, alright, and line it up with the sight, and you aim at one of those white steel plates. Okay? Yeah.
We're going to be listening for a ting.
Ready.
Okay, guys, get ready.
Matt. Yo, boy. Sit down.
Matt.
Boom, boom, boom.
Hey, was that fun, Joe?
No, let's start trying again.
Okay.
Try again. You hear him? He's like, let's try again.
Let's start
You
trying
want
again.
to shoot again?
Yeah.
Okay.
One more time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Sire.
Well, what did I do today to get ready for deer season coming up? I got Walmart grocery delivery. I cannot tell you how much I love delivery. I picked up ramen. Our chickens have refused to lay eggs again. So 120 eggs for, the next week. 3 gallons of milk. I always thought that when all 7 kids were at home, we went through a lot of milk. Oh my goodness, Joseph and Peter, I think they could drink a gallon between them in a day easily. Some cottage cheese, and then this Better Goods yogurt, which has quickly become the kids' favorite. There's a couple different flavors, but they really, really do like the strawberries and cream. Some string cheese to put into our hunting packs. Sliced cheese for I have some sliced cheese left, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough cheese for making some grilled cheese. Warren and Maria will for sure make grilled cheese in the deer stand again. I'll link to that video where Warren and I made grilled cheese in the deer stand. What a treat that was. Okay, that was last year. So hopefully he'll invite me hunting this year and make me a grilled cheese again. All right, I got a turkey. I hope they picked a nice big one. Almost 19 pounds. That's a decent sized turkey. And then some vegetables. Friday night we will be doing just a pizza night, a frozen pizza night. And anyone who's hunting or whatever, they may come out and we'll have pizza. I got a bunch of vegetables so that I can do some veggies and dip. I'll put a big tray out of that. Honey graham crackers. And then some nuts here. We always love to have peanuts in the shell in the deer stand. And so I got a couple bags of those. The spices this size are $1 at Walmart right now. And so I did pick up 3 chili powders. This morning I made chili, for tonight's supper, and I ran out of bouillon cubes. So I picked up a jar of bouillon cubes. And then just a couple of household items. I'm still absolutely loving the Purex crystals, the Tahitian Breeze. I wish this stuff came in a jug, like a big jug, because we do a lot of laundry and I end up using it up pretty quick. Some of this deodorant. This is the aluminum-free, paraben-free vanilla and cactus flower native. Some heavy-duty aluminum foil, and then a couple of packages of command strips, because I have not vlogged any of this. I'm going to come in and film a little bit, okay? Mm-hmm. So Warren and I, and then eventually Maria and I, turned this bedroom here into a sewing room and a spare bedroom. We no longer needed this bedroom. Sam moved in with a buddy, and so we turned it into a sewing room, didn't we, Maria? Warren and I painted the same color that the boys' room over there is painted. We painted, it's called basswood. I think it's a Bear Ultra Premium something or another. I don't remember what it is, but it's called basswood. And then last year when I bought that cabinet and desk for in my office area, because I was just outgrowing what I had out there, this trundle bed came with it. And they didn't want to break up the set, so we bought the whole thing. We'd just been storing all the wood part of the trundle in the garage for a year or longer now, and we finally were able to get this all moved in here and everything. So now we just have a spare bed, and then we don't have the trundle part in there. I have to do some recovering of the base that goes in down there, but we have a trundle bed, which I just think it's so pretty. Isn't that pretty? I absolutely love it. All right, and then what else do we have? We moved the sewing cabinet in here and the sewing table. We have some things over here that we need to put up, and that is why I was just showing. Did I bring those? I didn't. And that's why I bought those command strips, because we've got a few things to hang up. We need to hang up the thread holder, and I'm going to do some refinishing of that mirror over there.
Yeah,
and we have Maria's embroidery
hoops.
Yeah, embroidery hoops that she did. Gosh, that was a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and we're going to hang those up. And did we decide? We kind of are going back and forth between putting them right here.
Right there.
Yep, right there. Or our other thought is possibly over here.
I think on the green, because I think it stands out more.
You're right. I do think it stands out a lot more. I like it on the green too. Okay, so we decided. So I got little command hooks to do that. That's going to be really simple. The thread holder is going to go right here. And yeah, it's super fun to have this space.
And it's nice, where the sewing stuff used to be, when you wanted to, I'm working on a quilt right now, when you would lay it out, when you were done sewing, you'd have to pick it up and lose your spot. Here you could just leave everything laid out, and
nobody bothers it, is exactly right. As our household at home gets smaller, 5 of us now, it kind of feels like a lot of space here, honestly, and we're starting to be able to like spread things out more. So whereas one time every wall, every corner, every closet, every shelf was just packed full. I mean, we still have plenty of stuff, but like out here now we have this open, and we have some ideas for kind of transforming this spot as well. Today's get ready for deer season is making banana bread. I have some bananas that need to be used up, and I just thought it would be really nice to have a couple of loaves of banana bread. Should I do one big one or two smaller ones? Probably two smaller ones, like for breakfast on opening morning. I can put that out along with the cheesy tater tots and the scrambled eggs, and then it'll be something a little extra. And if we don't eat it then, we can eat it the next day or the next day or the next day. Really, whatever, right? Because we go through a ton of food during deer season. A ton of food. This recipe for banana bread is over 100 years old. It is such a delicious recipe. So in here I have a cup of sugar and then a half a cup of shortening, part butter is what the recipe says. So what I do is just a 1/4 cup of shortening, a 1/4 cup of butter. I'm adding in 2 eggs. The original recipe said they should be beaten. I do not do that. For the 1/3 cup sour milk, today I actually have buttermilk, so I'm going to use that. But normally I would just put a little splash of lemon juice in my 1/3 cup measuring cup here, and then fill it with whole milk. All right, let's get these ultra ripe bananas in here. They were at the point where I either was going to have to throw them in the freezer or use them. Some salt going in and some baking soda. And lastly, 2 cups of flour. Well, I guess not lastly, because we can put nuts in this too. I had ground these nuts the other day for something that I was baking, and so I'm going to use those, and that's going to be it. I'm not going to put any additional nuts in here today. And there's no need to beat the batter to death. Just a light mixing. You want it to have a tender crumb. And the less mixing, the more tender the crumb. Some muffin recipes, for example, are a little bit more cake-like, and they will call for it to be beaten well, and then, yeah, beat it well. But most quick breads and muffins just need a gentle mixing. I decided to put this into 2 smaller loaf pans because I know that my family is going to want, excuse me, I know that my family is going to want banana bread, and so we can have one to like snack on over the next couple of days. One I will wrap, put into the refrigerator, and bring out Saturday morning. And the recipe calls for a slow oven, which is 300 degrees. I just preheated my oven. Batter divided between the 2 pans, and this is going to bake at 300 for definitely 50 minutes. If you make one large loaf pan, it's going to go an hour, and sometimes even an hour and 15. Whoops. Don't be shy about baking this for a while. It actually takes a lot for this bread to get dry. It's super moist. I do have a couple of other things that I want to bake. I took out some zucchini, which I have in the right there. I have in the sink thawing. I also took out some rhubarb that I have thawing, and I was thinking for the zucchini of making zucchini chocolate chip muffins as part of something I can put out for breakfast. Something if most of the hunters do not come in partway through the day. I mean, a few do, and so I can just have those out. If somebody needs a little snack, we can add them to our supper. So really kind of whatever, just food to have, because I know that it'll get eaten. With the rhubarb, I was thinking of doing rhubarb custard dairy bar or dairy dessert. That recipe is in cookbook number 1. Zucchini chocolate chip muffin recipe is in cookbook 1. The banana bread recipe is in cookbook volume 2. What spurred on the zucchini and rhubarb is that I had done a freezer organization project this morning. And because, you know, if we're going to be getting a couple of deer in possibly 5 to 7 days, I'm going to have to have space in the freezers. And so I have one freezer. I organized things enough that I have it half full. I have half of a freezer remaining that I can fill with venison. And I'll also be freeing up some space in my freezer because I do have a whole turkey in there that I'm going to be putting in the fridge to thaw in a couple of days here. And then I also have 6 frozen pizzas that we'll be having tomorrow night when like our family kind of comes around the night before and things like that. So as hunters show up, we'll have pizzas. So that will open up quite a bit of space. And then throughout the week, I have been pulling meat. I know this is not hunting related, but I've always been a meal planner in multiple different ways. Lately, with only 5 of us here, I don't have to quite have such a handle on it like I had to when there were 9 of us here. I'll just say that. What I've really been enjoying doing is just opening up the freezer and saying, like, I just kind of basically on my way to a freezer, I say pork. I open up the freezer and I look, I'm like, oh, okay, let's bring out a couple of packages of pork chops. The next time I say, oh, venison. I open it up, I'm like, oh, I see a venison roast, so I bring that up. Or, oh, we need to use whatever. I've been just making my meals based on that, and it has been going so well. One, it's pretty simple. I tend to cook with very, very simple ingredients when I do it that way. You know, when you search for recipes, sometimes you end up needing little things like fish sauce or something like that that you only use the one time, and then it just ends up sitting in the fridge. So I cook very, very simply when I do it this way, and it's just been working. And I've been working through the freezer. That's why I was able to kind of shuffle things around and make an entire half of a freezer open. All right, I'm just rambling now. The next thing while this is baking that I have to do is find Maria's blaze orange bibs, and we need to get those sewn because the straps have just gotten stretched out over the years, and we need to make those bibs fit her better.
Maria, would you want a stormy crumb? Where's Maria?
I don't know.
Maria! Oh, Lord! Let's go show Mom. Let's go show Mom. I think Joe looks really good in a stormy crumb. Come on, Joe. I want to see Joe, Mom. See?
That looks really good, Joe.
Yeah.
Does it fit?
Yeah, it does.
Let me just try. That seems to fit.
Well, we're going to be finding you a coat, and your coat will get hung right with these. And your hat, and go in the basement.
Okay.
Well, it is definitely a good thing that this bread stays moist, even if it is maybe just a tad overbaked. I had about, 8 minutes left on the timer, and I had gone to do something, and then I realized, boy, I am really smelling the bread. Well, Joe turned off the timer. So I really don't know how long this was in. I had the timer set for 50 minutes. It was probably in for a full hour, and it's still going to be delicious.
Yeah, this one's a lot nicer.
Yeah, I guess whatever one.
I don't want to grab that.
Oh, I'll grab it.
No, I just grabbed it like this. I just grabbed it like this earlier.
All right, we're getting our stand set up. Joe, do you want to come and try out the stand? Mm-hmm. You don't want to? He says no, he doesn't want to try out the stand. Nah, I'm good.
You gotta get the leaves out of here. Fire hazard.
Mom,
Yeah.
see? Way down there, there's that tree in the direct middle
Yep,
of the lane.
I see it.
Right in front of it, there's a buck scrape.
Oh yeah, right at the end of it?
And when I was bow hunting here, that's where I saw a buck.
Okay, great.
Where's the
I'm going to
stove?
come up and sit in there so that I can
that's what I
see how
It's actually a very comfortable.
Very roomy stand.
Yeah.
Wow. Very roomy.
So when you're telling
We've got our toilet.
Soon.
So you got the lane there,
Were you saying sometime?
and then you got the lane behind you. This one you gotta watch close.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter said there's a...
There's a big buck scrape,
Buck scrape
right in
out
front
there.
of that tree at the
Yeah,
very
I think I would actually slide this bench this way.
this side.
Okay, because it can
and
go
sit
anywhere,
facing
huh?
the creek bottom, because
Yeah.
Because then you can just turn your
Let's
head
do
that
that.
way, set it where you want it.
yeah.
Okay, I
Let's
see.
I think sitting this direction is the hot
Yep,
tip.
I think
because
so
then you
too,
can
because then
look-
we can look left, we can look right,
And you don't have to crank your neck all the way around.
we can look
And
straight.
this is really a good spot.
Yep,
And then, of course, the field's always a good spot.
and then over that way too. All right.
What do you think? And this is just to tuck into if you're sitting by yourself and you want a little camouflage.
Okay, if you don't want the like backlit or
Right.
backlight or something like
Right.
that.
And
I
then
see.
Sunday you're across the pond in your stand.
Yes, and that I don't need to practice
But
because
we'll
I've
have
been
to
in there a
stop there
lot.
too.
Okay. So funny. Is that the grilled cheese cooker, Maria?
Yep. We have to bring cast iron pan.
Yes, that little one, right?
Yep. It's gonna shoot a big buck out of this. I got you. I would brush out
Yep.
some leaves before you bring anything in.
Could I use your glove? Oh no.
Here, take my glove. Way to be prepared.
Or is that just a Boy Scout motto?
It's just a man model.
Yeah,
About being a man.
It is an effing thing.
You gotta brush your shelf off too. Men are supposed to be prepared.
This is the last stand, right? The last stand that we need to bring stuff to.
We gotta do some cleaning.
I also like how the door swings out. in
Oh,
this big
yeah.
bucket.
One thing we have to do a better job of is at the end of season, those chairs need to be tipped in the corners so that they're not
Yes,
getting all dirty.
that's true.
What is your
Are those
caliber, Mom?
mittens that we ordered from Amazon, or are those different ones?
No, these are the goat ones.
These are the goat ones.
There's a 7 MMO8 caliber shell right here.
That would be amber.
Yeah, that'd be amber.
Gotcha.
So for anybody interested or anybody who buys chopper mitts, Warren, he's a connoisseur. Is that the right word? He's a connoisseur of chopper mitts, knowing what ones are good and what ones aren't. Anyway, these I ordered from Amazon a couple, well, we just looked actually in 2021. And he really likes these, and
Yeah.
they're at a good price at like $24.99 versus, how much were some of them that you saw?
$40.
$40.
What height are they?
These are goat.
These are goat and they're lined,
So
so
fur lined or fake?
just like Sherpa. Sherpa. That fuzziness,
Peter.
see? That fuzzy?
There's another can. You want?
Yeah, I do.
Right, so this stand will be ready for Amber and Tony on opening morning.
Amber and Tony have this one for opening day, and Mom and Maria have it for the second day.
Uh-huh.
I'll get it.
My favorite
later
lane
in
is
the
that
week.
one.
Yeah.
Any reasons, Mom, you remember?
Yeah, that's where you got those first two deer.
No.
Not your first two?
Where? Remember?
Oh, yeah, you and I each got. No, that was
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 'cause
You and I
like,
each got-
big herd of does came in because you looked and like 4 passed by.
Uh-huh.
Then one came out, stopped, and you shot it. Then I was facing that way, so then I like turned around because you only had one doe tag,
Yep.
and then another one stepped out and I shot that one. Because
I
that was
remember.
when we couldn't find it, and then Dad
And then Dad
drove
found
back,
it.
and then when he came here, he was like, Don't need to tell me where it is. I already know.
I already know. I remember that.
Deer tracker.
That was a good story. You got to kind of lift it up just a tiny bit.
I think that's all of them. We got everything we need for opening day.
Today's getting ready for deer season, and I'm out of breath. Been vacuuming and just kind of cleaning and that kind of thing, and now most awaited part of it, right, kids?
No, the most awaited is shooting the deer.
That's the most awaited, but this is the second most awaited. Making hunting lunches. At least the snack part.
Or
Yeah, we should
eating
just
the
call it,
lunches.
we should just call it snack bags, right?
Yeah.
Because this isn't technically the lunch. They do grilled cheese, and
No,
what else
just
do they
one.
do? Chicken noodle soup.
Grilled cheese.
What you finding, Joe?
Like sour cream and onion?
Doritos.
You want Doritos?
I like sour cream and onion. That's why I took one.
If you take pudding, make sure you take a spoon.
Yep, I got one at the bottom of my thing.
Joe, do you like pudding?
Yeah.
Okay, then take a pudding and take a spoon. Yep, you can just rip it open. That's fine. Just rip it open. And then I do have string cheese
Awesome.
in the fridge.
For you, Mama.
So if anybody wants that, we could probably put that in tomorrow morning. Ace,
I needed a stronger bag.
a stronger bag. Are you the helpful hardware man?
Probably not.
I think so. Nice lunch there, Maria. Or snack bag at least.
Yeah.
Where's my
Only one.
You just break it in half. Just fold it up and it'll break right in half, Joe. Oh, okay. That works too. We got a couple of mattresses in place. Got the pull-out couch ready. So it's, what's happening over here? Oh, we got another mattress over here. So we're getting ready. It's time to do a little baking here now. I have that banana bread, which my family ate the whole loaf last night. And so there's one loaf left that I put into the refrigerator for tomorrow morning. But I also thought, I've been trying to work through stuff in my freezer. So I brought up some zucchini here, and I had it thawing, and it's thawed. Actually, let me mix this first. I'm making zucchini chocolate chip muffins. Made these so many times. This recipe is on page 42 in my first cookbook. We're just gonna mix this lightly, scrape, and then add in the zucchini and the chocolate chips. I'm making a double batch of these because I had, this is a pretty big bag of zucchini. And find some chocolate chips. Just a half a cup for a double batch. Alright, I'm mixing it just enough to get all that zucchini mixed in. And now we're going to get this into our muffin pans. I'm going to bake these at 350 for 17 minutes. Maybe I said it earlier, but I am really working through food in the freezer. And so I brought up that pack of zucchini, and then I also brought up some rhubarb. Make a rhubarb custard dairy dessert. This will be for tomorrow night's supper. Whoops, I should have mixed the sugar up with the flour quick. Let's do that. All right. Oh, that is some hard butter. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, that's a little too firm yet. We're gonna have to let that warm up.
Well, if you hear from them, can you come out and tell me?
Yes. All right, that's, oh, it's still pretty firm. All right, normally I like to do, ouch, that was hot. Normally I like to do this with my food processor, And I thought, oh, I don't want to get my food processor dirty today. It would have been so much easier and faster. So this is 2 cups flour and 4 tablespoons of sugar and a cup of butter. This is going to be the crust for the rhubarb custard dairy bar. This is such a classic spring dessert for us. However, with needing to clear out the freezer, I have to just start making all my desserts with fruit or zucchini or something like that, or cranberries or blueberries. Those are all the things that I have in the freezer right now. I need to be using that stuff up. Should I use that? No, I'll just use my fingers. Let's get this pressed in here pretty firmly.
Okay, what about what you did? But the next day,
Just relax.
no.
That's good. I think so.
Or are you talking his foot? He broke his.
He's got no kidding.
All right, good luck, hunters.
Oh, I didn't know it was a video. I was just kidding.
That's all right, we don't mind. Well, the last of us are getting ready to go out.
Yep. So.
Got their grilled cheese.
Yep.
Joe's got my coat. We're all sweating hot. Oh my gosh. Sam's got...
Those bibs work for you? Pretty good?
Yeah,
You ready?
I think so.
Rock on.
Everybody's ready to
I gotta come back in for my gun.
hopefully shoot a deer today, right?
That's the plan.
We gotta mix up the hot chocolate a little bit, Joe.
What?
I have to mix up the hot chocolate. Oh my goodness. I can't get the
Pass these. Mom.
There you go, honey.
Mom.
What?
Vad säger du? Säg good plan.
I know it's a good plan.
Ja, good plan. Come on.
All right, now we just wait. We just wait. We already heard one gunshot, but it was a long way off.
Right down, son. Sun come up.
I know it's gonna be pretty, isn't it?
Yep. Of course. There it goes right now. Yeah. Thank you very much.
It was time to turn on the heater. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning here, and Joe and I have heard probably, gosh, we've probably heard at least 15 or more, maybe even 18 gunshots. 2 of them sounded very close, didn't they? Like they could be people in our group. And lots of them sounded pretty far off in the distance. Joe already has all of his hot chocolate drink up. So now he's like, Mom, heater. So, right? We're gonna try to stay warm here for at least a couple more hours.
With my dad.
Yeah, Dad's hunting with Maria.
Alright, take him.
All right, it's about 9:20, right, Joe? I figured that as soon as he started saying he wanted to go home, I was going to try to get him to stay for another hour. And at 8:30, he's like, go home. So I think another 50 minutes was pretty good. All right, we didn't see a single deer.
Like just before you came out. Sam shot.
Really? Sam just shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just
Wow.
wondering.
Peter was the first one back in here with the deer today.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And it's a doe, Mama's favorite. Tender meat.
I wasn't able to have one.
There's his nice big doe.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a good one, huh?
Shot it somewhere. Right in there.
Uh-huh.
Not totally sure, somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there.
And then it was kind of quartering away, and it exited. It was kind of quartering, like away, towards me,
Uh-huh.
and it came out right there.
Okay.
So the bullet went like, pow, like that.
Yep. All I know is I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm happy
too.
for you too, Peter. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see if together we can
Okay.
pull this and get it up off the ground, okay? 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Okay, I got it. It's good. Its feet are off the ground. Whew.
All that matters.
Yeah, that's hard work. Nice job. Well, yesterday I got completely pulled away from finishing up the rhubarb custard dairy bar that I was making. And so I just covered, I at least got the crust pressed in and I got it baked for 10 minutes. But then you're supposed to make up the custard part with the rhubarb and everything and then get that on it while it's still warm and then continue baking it. I wasn't able to do that. I got pulled away. I had to take kids to book club and just stuff, all kinds of things. So anyway, now I'm going to finish that up. 1 1/4 cups of sugar in here. We're going to put in 3 eggs and we're making a custard. Eggs and cream, a little bit of salt. Bit of salt. Heavy cream or whole milk works just as well, and it's a lot less expensive. Oh. Now, if there was a lot of juice, I would not add it in, but this was very, very pink, so it looked to me to be kind of thicker juice. That's why I added it. Let's just make sure we put in the rhubarb, the cream, the salt, the flour, the sugar, the eggs. That indeed is now a custard. I do need to get my oven preheating to 350. Pour this over the crust. Then you just want to make sure that the rhubarb gets spread out evenly. That is such pretty rhubarb. It's so pink. This is going to bake at 350 for 50 minutes, 50. And just an FYI, the banana bread is all gone. All of the muffins are gone. So our cousin brought his son, and it looks like he made some little brownie treats or something like that. So we will have the brownie treats as a dessert to go with supper. We'll have this rhubarb custard, which, you know, I mean, kids don't usually flock to this just because, you know, kids like chocolate and chocolate chips and basic. But anyway, we have this, and I am thinking if I should bake something else for tonight, basically to have like maybe I bake something else today to have for tomorrow. I was kind of thinking cappuccino muffins. I'm trying to think. I don't know. We'll see. I decided to make the cappuccino muffins. This recipe is in Cookbook Volume 2 on page 47. So I'm going to start with 3/4 cup sugar and 1/2 cup of butter, which is 1 stick. Well, if I could open it, there we go. Oh my gosh, what is happening here? We're going to start by creaming that. This mixture here, the liquid is going to be a little lumpy, and then from there what we're going to do, I'm going to add in 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2½ teaspoons of baking powder. Now rather than mix the dry ingredients, I'm just going to sprinkle right over top of the flour kind of all around. So 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And then 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then for the little magic ingredient that makes these cappuccino is 2 tablespoons of instant coffee crystals, or powder, granules, I guess is what they call it, granules. 2 tablespoons. And then we're going to get this mixed gently. And then 3/4 of a cup of mini chocolate chips. And I mean, I don't overfill it by any means. It's almost a little bit under full. Just because I feel like, you know, I don't want them so chocolatey. Okay, I'm scraping up the bottom just to be sure that everything gets mixed in. And it's kind of lumpy. That's quite all right, except for my some of my coffee crystals are still a little bit lumpy in there. I don't want that. If you see any large chunks of the coffee crystals, you can kind of push those up against the side just to kind of smush them a little. Although for coffee lovers, it's really no big deal. It's yummy when you get one of those little coffee bits along with the chocolate and the sweetness. These are very good. And then you can make a topping. You can make a espresso spread to put on top, or kind of like a butter. And then what really can boost these, I don't always make the spread, but you can make an espresso spread. It's called espresso. You just use these little crystals. Just a quick mix. There we go. And I can't remember if this makes 12. Oh, it says 15. It says that this will make 15 muffins. And just to save on dishes, I am going to line the muffin pan. That's what the batter looks like. So 17 muffins. I think I actually could have gotten one more, but some of mine are just a little light, so I'm just using the last little bit, kind of adding it to whichever ones look a little bit light here. So these would go in at 375 for about 17 to 20 minutes. I'm just going to leave my oven at 350, and when the rhubarb dairy bars come out, then I'll put these in. These are really dark pans, so sometimes 375 can be a little hot. That's a pointer for you when you are making muffins. If the recipe calls for 375 or higher, and you're using a very dark pan like what I have here, I would only go, or I would bump it down 25 degrees and set your timer for the least amount of time that the recipe says. So I'm going to bump it from 375 to 350 and go 17 minutes, and we'll take it from there. I was really trying to work through food from the freezer, and I realized that those muffins didn't use anything from the freezer. Maybe I should make some blueberry muffins too. I feel like they'll all go. I mean, this morning there were 21, if I counted correctly. We had 21 people here, and the food just went lickety-split. So, and that is the goal. I really don't want leftovers of the breakfast food. I don't. It's just a lot easier when everyone's trying to get out the door. You know, breakfast is at 5 a.m. Everyone's trying to get to their deer stand, around 6 to 6:30, somewhere in there. Everyone likes to get there at a little different. They all have their own preference. And I don't want to have to be packaging up leftovers and trying to find a place for them to fit into the refrigerator. My goal is to make, I want us to have like almost a little light on food. You know what I'm saying? Not that I want somebody to go hungry, but just a little light on food so everything goes. So someone who's a little hungry goes, oh yeah, I'll eat that. I'll finish that up, type of thing, because it's a lot easier to just pile the dishes over here than it is to try to find containers and package stuff, package up the leftovers. with that said, I think that I should make some blueberry muffins because that will use 2 cups of blueberries out of my freezer. And I'm pretty sure it's all gonna go. 2 eggs. I'm just doing a single recipe of this. A cup of milk. And a 1/2 cup of oil. We're gonna get that mixed up. And then I need 3 cups of flour, really well sifted. I'm not going to sift, but I am going to stir this really well and add a lot of air to the flour. Then what I'll do is I'll just scoop it. 1. And then we'll kind of fluff. Scoop for 2. And I'll fluff. And I'll lightly scoop for 3. I'm just kind of rolling it back and forth just to make sure that it's, you know, 1 cup. So 1 cup of sugar. I don't normally measure, but since my teaspoon is out, I will shake it over the top. 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Same thing. Sprinkle it all over the top. There's 2. I have the flour, the sugar, the salt, the baking powder. Very good. We still need to put in the blueberries, but we're just gonna mix this up. It says to mix it with a fork, and I guess actually I normally do that. But since I have the Danish whisk out, I'm just gonna use this and gently, excuse me, hiccups now, and gently stir this. You don't want to overmix. You want a nice tender crumb on the muffins. 2 cups of blueberries. Good size cups. Fill it right up there. Just fold that around gently so that the dough doesn't end up turning kind of that blue-gray color. That's not very pretty. Still tastes the same, it's just not as pretty. I just noticed my camera was off. I don't know when it turned off. Anyway, the blueberries are in. Remember when we went garage sailing for my birthday? And I bought these muffin tins because I wanted light colored muffin tins. I'm not a huge fan. I am not a huge fan. I guess I've been cooking with the dark ones for so long that I'm just used to that. I'm gonna spin you guys around so you can see what I'm doing. Ooh, I got a mess. Again, I'm gonna line just for the sake of, it'll be a lot easier to just kind of rinse these off versus having to do any scrubbing. One thing with these blueberry muffins, they have that really strong baking powder flavor. And if you like that, you like it. And we tend to really like that flavor. Yeah, everyone seems to like it. So these have been just a favorite blueberry muffin. If you have any coarse granulated sugar, that looks really pretty on top of these. I'm gonna look to see if I do have some. At 44 minutes, the rhubarb was very done. I was really smelling it and I thought, I'm gonna check on it, and yes, look it is completely done. We have to do these cappuccino muffins, 350 for 17 minutes. Ooh, these smell, oh, I know the lighting isn't good for you guys. Let's see if I can cover that up. Oh, these smell so good. They're like a little coffee, a little chocolate. They smell amazing. Now the blueberries say 375 and I'm using the light pans, so I'm gonna go for it. We're gonna bump the temp up to 375. Start, and once that preheats, I'm gonna get those blueberry muffins in. All right, blueberries are going in. 15 minutes. And that single batch in my cookbook is for 24 muffins. Second hunter in.
Mine's still stiff.
It's stiff.
Yeah.
Okay, you hold it, Maria. I'm going to take a picture.
Watch it, you're gonna get blood on you. It's dripping.
Well, it is the part of the afternoon now where I need to get going on putting things into the oven for supper tonight. And look at all this good food that the Hunters brought. We have our standard tater tot casserole brought to us by none other than our cousin Eric. He used to bring one, and now he brings two. And his recipe appears to me always to be where he takes the ground beef. I'm assuming it's ground beef. It looks like ground beef. And then he takes cooked carrots and green beans, layers it on top, and then puts the tater tots on top. He always brings along cream of mushroom soup. And when it was only one casserole, he'd bring a little mini can of evaporated milk. But now he brings one big one with 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. I mix these two things together, and I just pour it right over the top, splitting it between the 2 casseroles. Usually I will salt and pepper this as well. Emily brought us a 1.5, a great big lasagna. Super excited to get that. Also, our friend Scott brought smoked brisket. And there is the smoked brisket cold. I need to get that into the oven here. Everything is going to go into the oven together, and I'm just going to let it cook and cook and cook until it's all done, or heat and heat and heat until it's all done. I'll foil things as needed and pull things out as needed. Basically, this stuff has about, probably 2.5 hours before we'll be eating. People also brought cookies, and not only casseroles, but so much other food. Well, let's get the topping on this rhubarb dessert. This is cream cheese, a little bit of granulated sugar, some vanilla, and then Cool Whip. We're just going to spread it in a nice even layer over this, pop it in the refrigerator. This will be ready for dessert tonight. Whatever is left of this, I'm sure it will come out at breakfast as well. Now, I do think it's the cook's prerogative to try a bite of this, just to be sure. I think having baked this over the course of 2 days, I think made it a little different. Usually the crust gets a little firmer. I'll try a little bit. Tastes really good. It's different though. That crust normally gets kind of like a firmness to it, like a true shortbread crust.
Got up and ran.
Well, so far it's been the year of doughs.
Very nice.
No?
Yeah, nice job, Amber.
Thanks.
You saw it twice?
Yeah, we saw a whole bunch.
Yeah, we saw
Really?
11 doughs and then
You
2
did that so
bucks
nasty.
and then
Try.
Nice.
2 wolves. We saw 2 wolves.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then an opossum and one of those massive like woodpeckers. You know, they're like
Pileated?
Beauty.
yeah.
That's a beauty.
It's a beauty, huh?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 things.
Nicole. Because he didn't see it was his back. But they were definitely bigger than I thought.
You know, they say that if you see a wolf, that's like a once in a lifetime experience.
Really?
I see them.
Yeah.
Right in the
I've seen them
light.
before.
Oh, she's sniffing all the blood.
I just, as a shadow there, one like here.
Go for it.
Oh my God, the ear clicks.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I told Maria, I said, should we try to heat her? She's like, well, I'm not really calling. She's well, I should be all. I had it for like 8 months.
She dropped one in the
2010, F-150.
All right.
Can I put
It's the 3 of us this morning heading out.
Now my rear end's all wet.
Oh no,
from
that's
that
bad.
seat.
Oh. All right, here we go. Good luck. All right, good luck. Thanks. You look tired.
Huh?
I said you look tired.
Because I am tired.
You are tired. Well, we got the Blue Jays, that's for sure.
Yep.
And we saw 2 deer, 2 does.
They came into one lane and then another lane. But they were kind of, the first lane, it was kind of in like a dip in the, you know, so, and it was really far, I thought.
Yeah, they were pretty far. And the one that was kind of giving us a better shot, what seemed like a pretty small doe. And since you shot one yesterday.
Yeah, and it, so, I feel like,
you waiting for a buck?
yeah, because I already shot a doe in it.
And so anyway, and then about 40 minutes later,
Yeah,
or
they
so?
came out the next lane, and
we're assuming it was the same 2 does.
yeah, and I mean they looked the same,
Yeah.
and it was like they probably just walked through the woods and came into the next lane. You know?
Yeah, I think,
They were like at the very, very end,
yeah,
like really far.
really far.
So
Like, that's gotta be,
at least 200 yards.
oh gosh, it's
More than that.
200 yards. It's a long way. It's
Like-
a long way.
A long way. And a
Is-
bird almost flew in here
Yes, I'm not hatched, just about flew in here.
and tried to eat me.
Oh, it's about 25 to 9. We're just waiting.
Yeah.
We did put on the heater here because we're cold.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're not really cold anymore. Are you? Whoa,
I'm not even.
whoa. Are you cold anymore?
No.
No,
I got
me
my
neither.
cameras and-
So we've got that lane. That's where they came out first. And then over there, all the way at the end, way, way, way down there, they came out. Way down by that pine tree at the very, very end. That little black spot that you see, that's a trunk. So, all right, well, let's...
Close up.
It is a close-up, that's for sure. So I think we're gonna stay... We're thinking till about 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that's the latest.
We are about halfway through the deer season right now, and it was time to get the 2 does, the one that Peter shot and the one that Maria shot, time to get those cut up. I oftentimes get questions from you guys about if we process our own meat, you know, how we do that, and I mean, I guess this is what they do. I don't know if there's anything that you think I should say, Warren, or anything you want to add.
Well, right now we're just cutting hamburger, so it's just trimming, taking the sinew off, any fat. I like our meat very lean.
Yes, we like it to be very lean. And this year we are only cutting some steaks out of the back straps, and then we will be doing just hamburger. I have some venison roasts left from last year, and we just don't eat as many venison roasts. So anyway, lots of hamburger though. We really, really love the venison hamburger. And this would be a really great time too to talk about bear meat. I've had a lot of questions about bear meat and what we think about the bear meat and what does it taste like. And I don't really know if I can give a good explanation of what exactly it tastes like. It's a sweeter meat, if that makes sense. Sweeter, richer, in my opinion, not in a good way, meat.
It's very dark.
Very, very dark. Peter's giving me the evil eye right now. We've made bear steak twice so far with 2 different marinades. Just like our steak. The first time I made it, I used the summer steak kebab marinade, and that no one was really a fan of that. And then the second time, Warren marinated it in just our traditional Italian dressing, and that was better. Me personally, I was really looking forward to it, and after about 3 bites, I was kind of like, it's just...
was really good.
Peter thought it was really good. It's just not my favorite.
It's just a different kind of meat. I think as per our family's taste, we like venison better. Bear is still good. Steaks are a little tougher than venison. But I'm comparing that to, a young doe. If you get a tough old buck,
it's probably going to be about the same. But I did notice that the steak is a little tougher, but it tastes really good. The stuff we had processed into sausage is great.
Yeah, everybody loves that. We're burning through the snack sticks.
Yeah.
I think we have one more pack left. And that, I mean, we got those back in like late September or something like that. So anyway, really burning through those. One more thing is that we have found that we aren't as fond of the bear meat when it's in anything tomato based. So chili, taco meat, at least for me, again, not my favorite.
It's really good in dirty rice.
You liked it in taco meat, yes, Peter? Yeah, I know you did. But I did make just a box mix dirty rice, and that so far has been like one of my favorite ways to eat the bear burger. Peter did bear burgers for camp out that he went on, and all the boys there said from now on,
Bring bear burger.
because they really liked it. These big white cutting boards work really well. You can pick these up at Cabela's, Fleet Farm. They just work really well. And then obviously you need really sharp knives. It's good to have a sharpener nearby. And then I'm just packaging up, like I'm just saranning this meat that's going to be for hamburger. I'll put it in there. I'm saranning, yes. I'm coining that as a term, saranning. I'm going to put this in the fridge, and then I don't know exactly when we're going to grind. We're going to be grinding, and then we'll get out our lem grinder and maybe Saturday. Get out the lem grinder and grind away.
Weren't you and Maria going to do that?
Probably, yeah. We will.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't mind grinding at all.
What do you think, Joe? You want to grind?
No.
You don't want to do that?
Okay.
You don't do any work? You just go out to the shop?
Yeah.
Hang out in the shop?
You're just a pretty face?
I just hang out.
Just hang out. All right. Well, so we do have some more hunting that's going to be happening tomorrow for sure, and then probably over the weekend yet. I'm not going to be filming that. So this was the full-length deer hunting, Wisconsin deer hunting video for this year. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you
Bye.
next time.